Okay, so guess what, guys? Oh, I forgot. Well, hello there. Well, hello there. You know what I really like about making YouTube videos? It forces me to be perky and happy. But for the most part, I want to be perky and happy. I want, I do. So I do have my quiet times. I do have where It's funny. Somebody asked me what I think I'm like, and I think I'm a mix of a lot of things. For example, when it comes to just how I am, I could be very introverted, and then I could be very extroverted, and I find that I get exhausted very easily. And it's important for me, like one of the main things when I meet people, one of the main things I want to do is, what's that expression? I want to leave them better than I found them. I want them to feel better about themselves, and that's important to me. And if they don't, I don't consider myself a failure. I think I consider myself a failure if I don't try at least to have to give something better. And whatever I have, I'll give, and that's important to me. Anyway, you know what, guys? That's not what this video is about. This video is about my van. I could show you my van. Yeah, I'm gonna make a song of that one day. Oh, by the way, I also I'm now on TikTok. So I signed up on TikTok, and I created a lip sync video. That's what the cool kids are doing, right? But anyway, it was a song that I heard, and I really liked it. And it's not necessarily reflective of my life, but I just liked the vibe. It had a very different vibe to it, and so I lip synced it, and it was pretty cool. If you're on TikTok, I can follow you and all that stuff. If you're interested, I'll give you my TikTok. Again, the tangent group strikes again, and that's not what this video is about. This video is about my heater. Before that happens, I'm going to put on here. I'll put this on. This selfie stick. 1 second. Okay, so I can show you my van, shining, shimmering, splendid. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, check it. You know what? It makes such a difference when you get the proper equipment. But we're going to talk about this thing here, my lights. Now, it's something. Oh, did you notice the background? Do you know something different in the background? Yes, I've been working on my van, upgrading it. But we're going to talk about my lights today. Oh shoot, no. I just uploaded my lights. Oh, okay, forget it. Cut. Hey guys, so that was a pretty interesting intro. That was way out of what I thought I was going to do. We're going to talk about the diesel heater, and today I have it running. We're in March, and it's cold this morning. It rained a lot yesterday, but today I'm going to talk about my diesel heater. And let's say the diesel heater, but remember the silver duct? Well, the silver duct, as you can see in the background there, is no longer around, because what I did was I redirected it. And there's a couple of things that I want to talk to you about. One is how I redirected it and why I redirected it. And also there's a part here where it's like literally cooking my feet, and an idea that I had, a very simple idea that will allow me to sort of redirect that heat so it doesn't like burn my feet. The heat is burning my feet. See that? Okay, here we go. So right now the diesel heater is running, and you could probably already tell there's something different about my van, because there is. Lots of changes, and I'm going to be updating the video. Ouch. So this is what I mean. This is the part that I'm going to talk to you about. So remember I had my silver duct sort of like running to the side here? But what I did was I just redirected it underneath these boards, my storage boxes, and then I had it coming out over here. And it's great, but you know what? It's like really, really, really hot. But for now, I'm going to show you how I redirected it. So I'm going to move a few things around. 1 second. And here we are. We're delving into the very bottom over here to the floor, which keeps it nice and toasty. Keeps my feet nice and toasty, but it also burns it. And so you know, it gets super hot. I don't know if you could see it. I didn't even know. I can't even see it, but I kept that thing that I wrapped it around in, that cloth, and I had this on top of it, and it's hot. So it's a great place to warm anything. It's also a horrible place to put anything that's plastic. Right now, this thing here, it's kind of soft. Okay, so there it is. Again, I don't even know if you could see it, but it just strings right across, right over there, and goes back over there. And that's how I redirected the silver duct, and it's working out really well. Oh, and some more things to work on. See that's my diesel heater control unit. It's kind of, and you know, that brings up a good point when it comes to the diesel heater, and when it comes to maybe any type of temperature control in a van. If you live in a place like Florida, like Texas, Arizona, maybe even Connecticut. See, that's how Filipinos say Connecticut. Connecticut. Just ask a Filipino, someone that's a little older, how they say Connecticut. They say Connecticut. That's how my parents say it. Again, the tangent group strikes again. Yeah, so we're talking about temperature control, right? And when it comes to temperature control, if you live in those warm places, right, you really only have to worry about staying cool. And I'm talking about temperature cool, not as in like, yeah, I'm pretty cool, but the reality is, when you're living in a place like Canada or other places where you have different seasons, it can become very challenging because you're building your van to accommodate those different temperatures. For example, the diesel heater, you need, if you're going to be in Canada, if you're going to be using your van, if you're going to be dwelling, you're going to be living in your van in a place like Canada, like especially like, you know, Ontario or Alberta, you're going to need some form of heat. And the original heat that I had was a propane heater, a Mr. Big Buddy, and it worked out pretty good. But you know, switching it to propane all the time, the butane was a real pain, and that rhymes. And a diesel heater was the next option, and when I installed it, it made such a huge difference. The difference was a lot. Okay, and also convenient. It was very convenient to have a diesel heater, but at the same time, you have to build it out that way. You have to build for heat, you have to build for cold, and that's going to affect the way you build out your van. So I showed you the you know, how I sort of threaded the heat, how I redirected the heat to my feet. The problem is that it's really hot. I mean, it just burns my feet. It's like it just cooks it, right? So before, I just put something in front of it, like a Kleenex box or something. But then I thought, hey, maybe I'll add a diffuser, something that will kind of redirect it. And I looked around, I went online, and because my situation here is very different, it's custom, I just created, here, I'll show you what I created. 1 second. A box. I created a box. All it is a cardboard box, and all I'm going to be doing with it, it's just collecting the heat, and I'm probably going to put some holes there and some holes here, so it kind of diffuses the heat as opposed to like focusing and burning my feet. And I mean, it's already working right now. I mean, it's not burning my feet at all. So I think if I added the holes, if I, you know, create a way to diffuse it, it'll work just fine. Simple solution, and it was easy to implement, and it'll give me what I need. And finally, the last thing I'm going to talk to you about is, when's the best time to plan for winter? In the summer. Actually, the best time to plan is months ahead of time. So for staying cool, I already planned on what I'm going to do to stay cool, and I'm going to be sharing that with you guys as the weeks roll by. I've just been so busy. I've got a ton of stuff I got to get done. My van, I was parked at Walmart, and somebody backed into my van while I was probably shopping, and it's kind of dented the front. So, but that's okay. It's a cosmetic thing. I could fix it, and maybe I'll show that to you as well. It's going to require some Bondo, which is the fiberglassing. So I'm no big expert on it, but I've done it before. It's not that difficult, and hopefully I'll share that video with you as well. Aside from that, guys, man, I mean, I'm past 500 subscribers, and you guys have been really great. I mean, seriously, and I'm perfectly fine where I am, like how everything is. I mean, it's everything's been really fantastic lately. My YouTube, it's been a lot of fun. You know, for me, it's a great way for me to sort of document the entire process of how I'm building out this van, this minivan camper van conversion, and how it's been sort of helping me out with my training. And also, hey, it's been helping out my mental health in terms of just being able to find a place where you could just chill out and relax, and you know, not be found by anybody. It's a nice feeling. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Okay, if I'm not careful, I'm going to be rambling on too much. Oops, too late. Guys, seriously, time to get serious. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a great March, April, summer, and I'm going to try to put out some more videos that are more build related. You know, it takes a lot of effort for me to actually make build videos, and my hats off to anyone that has that kind of time or an effort and desire to do it. I'm going to attempt to, now that I've got more equipment, like, you know, like this stuff here, I'm going to be very happy about that. It might make it a little easier. So yeah, so get ready for some hopefully better build videos. And also I have a space to build. I'm getting some space together, and moving stuff around. So ideally, I'll build out a little shop where I could upgrade the van, and I already upgraded it. You can see in the background, and I hope to share that with you. So just a quick recap of how I have the setup now in the van is, before I had the silver duck kind of running along this way, and some of you may have seen it from a previous video. I wrapped it up in this kind of checkered thing, and it's worked really well. I think I'm going to change it because it's been coming off. I'm going to see if there's a way for me to actually sew it. But anyway, it went from here all the way here underneath this box, and I had a video for that. And then I've got this diffuser. It's not a diffuser, it's just a box. And to turn into the diffuser, I guess all we have to do is pretty much make some holes on this thing. So it's a box that I found, that I picked up, and it's going to be pretty easy to work with. And so here it is. It literally is just a box. It's a cardboard box, and it's something I'm going to put blah. And here it is. It's just a box. It's a cardboard box, and it's something I'm going to place in front of the, I guess, the duct. And then what it'll do is it'll diffuse it out, and I'm going to just be putting some holes on it. And for this one here, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to find something round, so I have some type of guide, and I'm just going to sort of just start poking holes in it. It doesn't even have to be round. It may be a bit faint, but you might be able to see it. But what I did was I marked out where I'm going to be drilling holes, and I didn't want to put too many holes because I didn't want to affect the structural integrity of the box. But ultimately, if this works, I'm going to change to a different material. Well, like everything else, I start everything with cardboard. Well, you know, mostly everything. Sometimes if it's just sort of like just a straight piece board, I'll start with that too. Wow, you're not gonna, but wow, this shot took a long time to set up. Okay, so I think this is my very first kind of like build video, and it's using cardboard. And you know what I realized, guys? it takes a long time to set up these shots. I mean, again, my hat's off. So here it is. Oh, whoa, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna hole number 1. Yes. 2. Okay. 3. And you know what? I can already tell you, I might be able to put more holes in because it's working out pretty good. Come on here, just make sure this is on tight. There we go. There we go. Okay. Making holes is fun. You gotta try this out yourself, guys. Get yourself a drill and start making some holes. Very therapeutic. Okay. Okay, not bad. We'll try the top over here. Okay. Same thing. Oh, what the heck? Oh, another one, yeah. Like I said, making holes is fun. And you know what? It doesn't seem to be affecting the structural integrity of the box. It seems to be, I could feel it's doing fine. There we go. And I bet you I could put more holes on this side too. So maybe I'll add a couple more. Get it really going. And here, and at this point, I'm freewheeling it here, guys. There we go. Done. Now it's very holy. And here's what that looks like. Okay, so we have our box or slash diffuser with holes, and I'll place it down there. And guess what, guys? It's working. It's such a simple idea, but it works, and I could feel the heat, okay? I could feel the heat. I could feel it, and it's much more bearable than it burning my feet. And yeah, so there we go. So there's a very simple way to sort of redirect the heat using some cardboard. Now at some point I'm going to use something a little more durable than cardboard, but at least what it does is it creates the test case for something else that I'm going to build. Now what's great is I could also use it as a storage later on, maybe in the summertime or something. I'm not sure, but okay, so we're done. So there we go. So instead of having the silver duct out in the open, what I did was, as I mentioned earlier, was that it's now sort of fed through across over there. And you know, and I think I made a YouTube video about that, but maybe I'll splice them together. Anyway, so here's my current van build. It's starting to come together. It's not completely done, but I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so that was the diffuser, and congratulations everybody. If you've made it this far, you pretty much saw my first real van build video where I actually took the time to set up the shots. And something to keep in mind is, really, it takes a while to set up the proper shot and all that stuff. I mean, there's a lot of effort. So anyone that does these YouTube videos, like doing like Vanlife YouTube videos or any kind of YouTube videos, it takes effort, guys. And I know, you know, it's easy to watch and say, oh, this looks like crap. And maybe you're saying that about my stuff, but that's okay. But, you know, it takes a lot of effort to put this stuff, and for people to put themselves out there and give you free information. So, a free video. So, I learned a lot just from that little experience, that tiny experience, everything from like moving stuff out of the way to setting up this camera kind of thing and making sure it works. So there you go. So that was my first real build video, real simple. And it was just a diffuser. And then, you know, just I had it on and I could feel it. And I think I could have added more holes, if not slightly bigger, but that's okay. I won't make a video about that. And I will probably use much sturdier materials, like most of this van build. I originally started this van build using cardboard boxes, and now I've been able to use much sturdier materials, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for, I don't know, just watching this video. And by the way, if you like the video, I want to ask you, please like, subscribe, and share it. Thanks very much. See you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye. Okay, I think I'm done. Remember, guys, you're awesome, and remind yourself of that. There's a lot of things you could do. You just got to write that stuff down and execute against it, and you can do anything. And if you've fallen, you know what? If you can look up, you can get up and keep going. Keep going. I'm telling you, keep going. And one day I'm going to take you guys on an amazing tour, an amazing road trip, okay? And thank you very much. I'm really done.